Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to this reading for the week ahead. You have this old woman card. It says sadness and female on it. You also have this old man. It says inheritance and male. So you have two old people showing up here in your reading. We'll have to see what that's about, that's for sure. But I don't think I've ever had those two come out together, which is interesting. But the Ten of Pentacles can represent inheritance. So if you, obviously if you happen to know that you are receiving an inheritance, then this could be an inheritance. Again, this doesn't have to be like an inheritance like we think of it as a matter of fact. I always say that the Ten of Pentacles really represents information. There is a little known meaning of the Ten of Pentacles, which is that this older gentleman on the card is bringing this family on the card a gift, and he represents a beggar. So he represents someone who has nothing to give, who is coming and giving the family on the card a gift, after they had the birth of a child. And so it can represent receiving something like information or news or, kind of like discovering something from an unlikely source. And so, that's kind of what's popping into my head here with the Ten of Pentacles. I always tell people to pay attention. It's like I'm convinced when we tell our brains to look for something, we find it. So, I'm a big fan of the book Psycho-Cybernetics. I read it like twice a year and, that book is all about priming your subconscious. And, the short story of the book is you basically tell your brain, hey, I'm looking for a solution to this problem. And then you pay attention and that's it. And, I have gotten answers to problems and not even problems, like good things in my life as well have improved by just telling my brain I'm looking for it. And, I've been like, there have been times where I've watched a movie, for example, and something that I was trying to find a solution for comes up in the movie and provides an answer. And so the Ten of Pentacles can kind of represent that, like discovering information from an unlikely source. So I would talk to your brain this week and also, for anything, good things, challenges, every area of your life and just see what comes up. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful. Whenever I have a reading where we go from the Queen of Pentacles Justice card to the Ten of Pentacles, it's like justice is balance. And, it's kind of funny because it's like no one really wants to just get by, financially, and which is fine, number one. And number two, it's like, people always want more. And, I also think there's nothing wrong with that. Trust me, I get plenty of people that leave me comments that are like, it's not all about the money. I'm like, okay, have fun living under a bridge, good luck with that. It absolutely is all about the money. And anytime someone tells you money doesn't buy happiness, they've never had money, I can guarantee it. I've had very negative money, and I've had a lot of money in my life. And I can tell you that, does it bring happiness? No. But sure, it makes things a lot better. So I don't care what people say. And no, it's not all about the money. You shouldn't be doing things for money, but we need money to survive. It's a simple fact of the life we live right now. And you can whine, complain, shake your pants, cry about it, but it is what it is, right? And so the Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is saying that you are being resourceful. The Justice card is talking about balance. I believe in your finances. It's like maybe your finances are just balanced and you're getting by, but you want more excitement out of life. And, I think that's something people don't understand about money is that, it is a force multiplier in life. And, it's like, obviously I think that, being able to have more experiences, which money can buy, being able to increase the quality of your experiences, well, is just going to increase the quality of your life and lead to better opportunities. So, to me, the true evil people of the world are the ones that convince people that they don't need money, because money can do great things if we choose to do great things with it. And, I think that's what this first part of the reading is saying. It's like there are a lot of opportunities that maybe cost money for you here, Aquarius. And maybe this is something you've been thinking about as well, right? It's like, how can I get out of the balance and how can I get to my Ten of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire. Now, some of these things might not cost money with the Ten of Pentacles. Some things with the Ten of Pentacles, sometimes with the Ten of Pentacles we have to start. We just have to get started with whatever we have. Even the Queen of Pentacles represents being resourceful. She represents doing things, doing what you can with what you got so that you can get to the Ten of Pentacles. And not only that, it's like you have all these cards over here that I can already see. Like this one says ultimate fulfillment, this one says your hard work is paying off. You're clearly trying to build a life here. I would say that, the Ten of Pentacles is a good card, but again, it's not just like, unless you are receiving an inheritance, it's not just like magical money that you get. It's usually something, the Ten of Pentacles is deeper than that. It is your entire life. It is your ultimate vision for your life, and, this is something that we work on forever. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups says that you've been trying to manifest something. He's tried to manifest something. He's manifested these 3 cups and also this 4th cup, but he's not accepting this 4th cup because he's been disappointed with what he has received so far. And I always say that, I believe that he needs to realize that he has invested the ingredients necessary to make something successful, but he just needs to mix all those experiences together. And, again, the experiences are the true wealth here, right? And so I think he needs to experience mixing his experiences together so he can be successful. You also have the Ace of Cups right here. The Ace of Cups could be love, but, I wouldn't really call this a love reading as usual with you, Aquarius. And I would also say that, the Ace of Cups can be anything that causes your emotions to overflow. And you also have this ultimate fulfillment card, which kind of looks like the Ace of Cups. So, I think the Ace of Cups is talking about fulfillment. With the Justice card, you have the High Priestess. Trusting your intuition, very intuitive time. So, I think everyone needs to really tap in and listen to their intuition. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. Like I said, you want it but don't have it, or you can see it. Didn't I say this to you recently? I'm pretty sure that it's like I feel like Aquarius has very clear vision right now. It's like you can see the vision, you know what you want, but maybe you're feeling stuck. And the Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. So the Eight of Swords says we have to set ourselves free. We have to open up to other ways of doing things. And again, the Ten of Pentacles could literally be your solution, as in you need to talk to your mind and tell your brain, I'm looking for this solution. We're going to pay attention, we're going to see it, and it's going to come to me, and then you will get the solution. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this ultimate fulfillment card. It says you're now entering a time of peace, happiness, and emotional fulfillment. You have this Angels Are Watching card. It says there's nothing to worry about. Angels are watching over you. So you are perfectly fine here, Aquarius. And I do feel that there is, fulfillment is definitely on your mind. Ten of Pentacles, we don't really consider it a card of fulfillment, but again, those people are fulfilled. The Ten of Pentacles form the Tree of Life on the card, and the Tree of Life is basically everything you want and desire. It's all the things that you desire to have, and so I think a lot of you are working towards this. You have the Ace of Cups, the Star, and the Page of Swords. The Ace of Cups is about getting into the flow, and pretty much everyone has been getting these energies of getting into the flow. Like, we need to create more flow. We need to remove as much friction as we possibly can, which normally I say with the Eight of Wands. You don't have the Eight of Wands here. I'm just saying that the Eight of Wands is normally my card of removing friction. But I kind of feel that because there is so much flow going on with the Ace of Cups, I would be working on creating flow. You have the Star, which is your card, which is great. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So I feel fulfillment. The Star can represent fulfillment or wish fulfillment, and that's really all I'm getting there. Plus, you have the Page of Swords here, and I'm going to show you on the table, because the Page of Swords is looking over to the Ten of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords is about kind of nurturing your curiosity and following your curiosity. So I feel for you to find answers on how to get your Ten of Pentacles, that you need to follow your curiosity. With this energy, with the Ace of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, could be love. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor. You have the Page of Wands, King of Wands. Could be a fire sign, could be any sign. You have basically everything here, so, could be any sign coming in for you, but fire definitely stands out to me here in this reading. The Knight of Cups, I keep wanting to say the Page of Cups for some reason. So, usually when that happens to me, it kind of means something. What does it mean? I don't know, so we're just going to roll with it. But the Knight of Cups is definitely a knight in shining armor. The Page of Cups is usually an admirer, so, this could represent a person who admires you in some way. With the Star, you have the Eight of Cups. Very interesting because we go up to the Nine of Swords. And so this is interesting because the Star is usually a comfort zone or fulfillment, but in a good way. The Nine of Swords, he is stuck in a comfort zone. I don't really feel this is a bad thing for you necessarily, Aquarius, but I do feel that we are in a time where some of us need to let go of certain safety nets. It's like sometimes a safety net prevents us from learning. I'll give you a great example. My dad, when I was younger, my dad basically got me my first job, right? I didn't go through the process and go and do it. He was just talking to a guy at a store and I got a job there. And so he basically did that for me, right? But the problem, which was good because I got a job, but was bad because I never learned how to get a job. Now I'm unemployable. I am not I'm nobody's employee, right? I can't do it. So that's the first problem. But when I went and I had to go and get a job after that job, I struggled, right? Because I didn't do it in the first place. And it's that's kind of what I am getting. I know that's a random story, but, that's what's popping into my head here with the star card. It's sometimes safety nets are good in some ways, but sometimes safety nets prevent us from learning. It's we can only learn through making the mistakes and all that other stuff. So, I kind of feel this could be you leaving behind some sort of safety net. And again, this is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. With the Page of Swords, you have the Nine of Cups. A lot of fulfillment here. That does not mean that you are feeling fulfilled, but I just think your focus is on fulfillment. I think your focus is on creating a 10 of Pentacles in your life, getting to that place of fulfillment. We have the Nine of Cups at the end as well, so I think a lot of you are really working towards this. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says nothing is yet set in stone. You also have this card that says your hard work is paying off. So love it. Definitely could be getting results for the work that you're doing. I think you need to set something in stone. With the Nine of Swords, again, you have the Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Nine of Swords is torturing yourself. It is, I kind of feel that for you here, Aquarius, where this is some sort of thought that you're just going round and round and round on. The Four of Wands is marriage, but it could just be you committing to an idea or direction for your life or a path or a plan or a goal. And instead of going round, 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 I feel that this row is saying just commit to whatever you're thinking and make it happen. And I know that's easier said than done, but that's what I would do here. You have the Page of Wands. Tons of exploration energy in this period. Pretty much every sign that I've read for, in all the recent readings that I've done so far have had something about going on adventures. And we're just in a little bit of an adventurous time, so it makes sense to me. I really have nothing to say about it because I think we just should be kind of stepping into new places, going on adventures, trying new things, and, stretching our boundaries a little bit here. And that will be good for you. You have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, again, can represent marriage. If you are attracting love, it could definitely be a solid connection. I really feel this is you needing to commit to an idea or something that you're going round and around on in your head. With the Nine of Swords, very back and forth energy, I really feel. And I know I've said this to you before, Aquarius, but I really feel when you make the choice or the decision to commit to something, that you're going to be setting yourself free. And so I would set yourself free by committing to whatever you're thinking about. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. Yes, Two of Wands, he's, basically exactly everything I just said. The Two of Wands, he has a whole world in his hands. He needs to go on an adventure. He's standing in a comfort zone at the top of his castle. He needs to get out into the world and go have new experiences, and he needs to build something new. He's kind of a little bit hesitant because he has built this castle where he is, but now it's time for him to go on an adventure and build a castle somewhere else. So he is maybe thinking about all the work that he would have to do to build something new. He's not thinking about the benefits of building something new. It's yeah, maybe you are going to have to, this card says your hard work is paying off anyway, but, maybe you would have to work hard again to build something new in your life. But the Two of Wands basically says it'll be worth it. With the Page of Wands, you have the Fool. Yes, definitely, very much Fool energy going on here because the Fool sometimes leaps without looking. And, some of you are clearly about to take a leap, and that's definitely popping into my head. The whole leap without looking type of energy here, that some of you are about to, take a leap into the abyss and you're not sure where it's going to go in your life. This is some sort of important decision or choice that you're making, or it's something that you've been thinking about quite a bit with the Nine of Swords. But I don't know, looks good to me. With the Four of Wands, you have the Devil. Now, I think some of you could be looking at relationships the wrong way. I'm not telling anyone how to think or anything like that, but if I'm just talking, to the people that want love, I feel that some of you could be nervous about allowing love. Because, the devil, we don't necessarily consider him to be a card of control, but, you could be thinking about love with that Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, but you could also be thinking like, oh, if I let this person into my life, then it's going to control my life, or, it's going to shape my identity or something like that. I'm kind of getting a weird message here on the devil, where it's like you're thinking that if you do something, that it's going to take control of you in some way. And this could be like a job or a business as well. It's like you could be thinking to yourself that, if you get a certain job, that it's going to be your identity or something along those lines. And yeah, I definitely get the need to release that fear. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Illuminate card and this Empathy card. Well, I think that you definitely need to have empathy for yourself at this time, care for yourself. And I also feel that you need to tell yourself that you deserve things. Again, if we tell ourselves we don't deserve something for a cups, right, clarifying your first card, the Queen of Pentacles, then you're not necessarily having empathy for yourself in that situation. There is a lot of illumination in this reading, so you could be getting a lot of clarity as well. You have the King of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. I do feel this could be a person coming in for you if you want a person. Definitely could be a fire sign, probably very bold, assertive, hardworking, all those other things. I think these are energies that you could be embracing as well, and I would definitely encourage you to. I mean, he is a visionary, and Aquarius is a visionary, so I would use your visionary ideas or plans for your life and put them into practice. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is like wish fulfillment or just fulfillment in general. Nine of Cups in the good stuff is very good because it can say that a wish is coming true, or you're getting, some sort of wishes being granted in your life. Usually we get a wish with the Nine of Cups by being in alignment. So we have to match the energy of what we want, and then we get it with the Nine of Cups. So it's super important that you keep an eye on your words that you use against yourself, your environment, the people you surround yourself with. The more we clean up our energy, meaning everything around us, not just spiritual energy, I'm talking about the people, the places, the things, the habits that we have, the more you clean that up, the more successful you'll be with the Nine of Cups. You have the Nine of Wands, really good in the good stuff as well. Nine of Wands is the card of perseverance anyway, but in the good stuff it would say you are really not giving up on something that you want to accomplish or something you want in your life. And also he's a wounded warrior, but he's trying one more time. So even if you have been wounded in some area of your life, like with the Four of Cups, right, the Four of Cups can say you've been hurt, not just in love but in any area of your life. You've been hurt 3 times and now there's another opportunity coming in for you. And it could be anything. Could be like a job. Maybe you've been hurt in jobs before, and now you're getting an opportunity to get a new job. And I feel the Nine of Wands is saying you're not giving up, which is good. With the King of Wands you have the Six of Wands, definitely a victory or success here. The more bold you can be, the better with the King of Wands, and it kind of guarantees, there is no such thing as guaranteed success, but, it definitely pushes it in the right direction. This could also, there is a lot of attention for you, Aquarius, and the Six of Wands, he's getting a lot of attention. He's being celebrated on the top of that horse there. So, there could be a lot of positive attention. With the Nine of Cups you have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, things happening quickly. Normally I don't like the Knight of Swords, just in general, but in the area of the good stuff this would represent kind of the energy speeding up or things happening quickly for you. I also like this card in the good stuff because the Knight of Swords is a card of momentum, or building momentum in a direction. I think a lot of you are building a lot of momentum. With the Nine of Wands you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there's definitely I think these 2 aces are connected to the Four of Cups. There could be an opportunity that's coming in for you, and usually the Ace of Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity that we really, really, really want to nurture into existence. So, you could be taking a risk on a new opportunity. You have this wall. It says misunderstandings. Even though we're past Mercury retrograde, we have Mars retrograde. This year is a little bit annoying. It's not as bad as last year, but, we have Mars retrograde. We're in the shadow for a while, and then during that time Venus goes retrograde. When we get to the end of the Venus retrograde, Mercury basically goes retrograde. So it's just one after the other, right? And, I would just be very clear with your communication. You have this Casket card. It says someone going out of your life or the end of a situation. Some of you could be releasing old things. We have the Old Woman, Old Man card showing up there. And, again, I think this doesn't feel bad to me. It feels more sometimes we just outgrow people in general, and it's not bad or good, it just is. And so I kind of get that feeling here. You have this target. It says a goal-oriented person. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is like having that goal, that one thing you want to accomplish, making it happen. So, I think having those goals would be a good idea. You have this Cobweb card. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control, so you are protected at this time. You have this Fox card. It says shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yes, I would definitely, kind of put your business cap on. Even if you're not in business, even if you're navigating a relationship, right, I would be resourceful and pay attention to what's going on and all that other stuff. And I think if you do that, you'll be more successful. But a pretty straightforward reading here, Aquarius. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.